Focusing on the airports business, we currently have 3 airports in our portfolio. So we started with Mactan Cebu International Airport, then we have the Laguindingan International Airport, and now also the Bohol Panglao International Airport. And if you look at the share of those 3 airports, basically they are catering to around 16 million passengers. So that is 23%. Of the total passengers that are being served by total Philippine airports. Just zooming in on Laguindingan International Airport. Currently, it's considered the 2nd largest in Mindanao. Of course, Davao is the biggest. But it plays a very important role also in the aviation, in let's say tourism, as well as economic perspective. Why the importance, or what's the importance of Laguindingan International Airport? If you look at its catchment, primarily it's considered as the gateway to northern Mindanao. But at the same time, it has the opportunity to go beyond that. Especially if we make the airport more efficient, more customer-centric, and if we bring in more flights, additional routes to cater to the passenger needs. What's good also is that currently we have around 4 domestic routes. A while ago may narinig ako, what about international? Bakit pa natin tinatawag na Laguindingan International Airport if we don't have international connectivity? That is something that we are actually working out on. I'd say the priority right now is the establishment or reinstatement of the domestic flights that we used to have pre-pandemic. I think most particularly you have the Clark connectivity as well as Bohol, Tagbilaran connectivity. So these are routes that we used to have before, CGY to TAG, CGY to Clark, that has unfortunately stopped during the pandemic. So we're hoping that these routes will be reinstated. So once we have that, and once we have also beefed up the frequencies of the existing routes that we have sa Manila and also with Cebu and other areas, we are hoping that will start coming in na the international routes. And this is something that we're currently having discussions with the airlines. So currently we have 3 airlines that are operating, diba? You have Cebu Pacific, you have Philippine Airlines, and you also have AirAsia. Because it's also dependent on the fleet, diba? The fleet allocation and the beef of the airline to increase their aircrafts. Currently, we haven't gotten, I'd say, more concrete plans from Philippine Airlines and Cebu Pacific, but very recently AirAsia just announced also the reinstatement of the Cebu hub, which will eventually, I'd say, impact also if there's growth in Mactan Cebu International Airport. Definitely, it will cascade down to the other regional airports that we have in our portfolio, including Laguindingan International Airport. Okay. Now, what is exciting is, and this I have to attest because I use the airport coming from Cebu, landing here. What is exciting is the clear improvements that we can already see at Laguindingan International Airport. So I'm a frequent visitor of Cagayan de Oro, and usually I pass by Laguindingan Airport, CGY, biyahe ako, padong Bukidnon, and then Davao. And sometimes I will exit in Davao. But I was telling the guys, eventually, if the airport would be considered as more efficient with all the improvements that we are doing, could be you enter Cagayan, you also exit via Cagayan. And what's good with that is it doesn't just promote passenger increase, but it also promotes economic activity, but because they're staying within the same area. So these are the things that we are working on, and these are the things also that that will be brought about by all the improvements that we are doing at Laguindingan International Airport. So we have the plan is something that I'd say would be a good improvement for the whole Mindanao. So I'm not just talking about North Mindanao, I'm talking about the whole Mindanao. Because what we promise also in the Aboitiz Airports Group is we'll come up with world-class passenger experience. So if you've been to Mactan Cebu International Airport, what you see there, that is something that we also wanted to be reflected in the other airports that we have recently included in our portfolio. So more changes are expected to happen. Better improvement or more improvements, better better look from check-in, check-out, from departure to arrival. And talking about improvements. Actually, these are the things that we can already say has already happened just within the first 100 days since we took over. We started first with improvements on the critical areas, the must-haves or fundamentals for airport operations. There has been repair done on the elevator, UPS check, so that we won't encounter mga brownouts, diba? Which is iniiwasan din natin mangyari in an airport setup. Carousel repair as well has been done. What's also good is that a lot of infrastructure, rehabilitation, and safety, ensuring safety through checks and monitoring has also been facilitated. So we've done the repainting of the runway to make sure that there's visibility, no, for the aircrafts, as well as the pedestrian lane. Regular inspection of the runway is also being conducted to avoid disruptions. And even the fire detection, alarm system, additional baggage trolleys. I hope you noticed that mas marami ng trolleys ngayon, no, compared before. And also the wheelchairs. I have to mention this because I also saw it myself. Ang dami ng wheelchairs in the airport. So making sure also that it's PWD friendly. That's very important for us. And also the restoration of the lighted signages. Okay? So from fundamentals to the beautification and making sure that it is customer-centric. And then airside improvements has also been done. May mga installations tayo na nilagay dito and repainting as well. And at the same time, the development and implementation of guidelines and policies. Even the use of the umbrella. So we're reviewing all these policies, making sure that our people are properly trained on how to operate a world-class airport.